So now that we have learned about orthographic views, we can now do the orthographic views of our post-it cabinet. So let's put our cabinet to the side. Now for you, those of you who are drawing it on your checker line copybooks, you will have to use a scale of 1 to 4, which means that we're going to divide all the measurements by 4. This is to ensure that it will fit in your book. So we're going to start with the front view. To do this, we're going to look at the shape of the object. Now the cabinet has a frame. What's the shape of the frame? If it's a rectangle, then you're correct. That's a rectangle, and that measurement is 28 by 40. Remember, the front view has the length and the height. What else can we see if we look at the front of the object? Yes, there's a door. What's the shape of the door? That's also a rectangle, and it's inside of the frame. So we're going to draw that door. Anything else? Yes, there's that lock. So that lock is just a circle there. And what I can also see there is a sticker with the first aid sign. We could put that in also. Right, so that has the look of the front of the first aid cabinet. Let's label the parts. So we have the frame, the door, and if the door opens, that means it has a hinge. So we're going to put in a hinge there, and we have that lock. Next, we're going to be drawing the plan, which is a view from on top. Now, since our drawings have the same dimensions, which would be length, width, and height, the plan has the length and the width. We could take the length from the front, alright, by drawing some light lines there. And now we could draw the plan. What's the shape of the top of the cabinet? If it's a rectangle, then you're correct. What's the measurement? It's going to have the length of 28 and the width of 12. So there's a rectangle. Now, if we are seeing a lock there. Now, once it's in one view, it's going to be in the other view. So the shape of the lock here is a circle, but what we would realize, it's going to look like a rectangle if you're looking at it from on top, and it's just on that front face there. So now we can move on to the next view, which would be the end view. The end will have the height and the width. So what we could do, we could take the height off of the front view, and how is the end going to look? What's the shape? Yes, it's a rectangle, and that measurement is going to be 12 by 40, the width by the height. One more thing, the lock. Now once again, it's going to be a circle in the front view, but in the plan and the end, it's going to be rectangular in shape. That's because we're seeing it from the side. So to make our drawings truly technical drawings, we're going to add dimensions. And we add dimensions by pulling dimension lines. Those are the lines coming off of the drawing, but notice they do not touch the drawing. And then we have the dimension line itself. That is the line with the two arrows at the end, and the dimension goes on top of the arrow or to the left for vertical dimensions. Finally, we're going to name our views. So we have the front, the plan, and the end view. So this completes our orthographic views of the object. Alright, so we're going into some design now. So to the right, I have a different type of cabinet. What's different about this cabinet? If you say, right, it has a glass so that we could see inside, yes, that's different. So in coming up with a design, we can add a full piece of glass. So let's do that. What the shape of the glass? The glass is just another rectangle. So let's just move our sticker, postage symbol, to the center, and we could draw in that rectangular piece of glass. And just by this adding one single thing that's different, we have changed the design of the object. So it moves from a plain postage cabinet to one with a glass. And the symbol for glass is just putting in those three strokes there. So it now has a glass front. Now let's look at some other changes that we can make in our design. In this one, we're going to be looking at a half glass door, as you can see in the picture. So the one we had before was a full glass, and we're just going to make it a half glass. So once again, we're just going to make some changes. Alright, so it was a full glass. Now we just reduce the glass to half. And by making these simple modifications, we are designing, or we are changing the design of our cabinet. What else could we change? Right, let's remove that lock and change it to a handle. So let's remove the lock, and maybe we want the handle to be on the other side. So gonna put in a handle. Once again, remember, once it's in one view, we have to see it in all the other views. So here we have moved from a simple cabinet, we went to a full glass, and now we're at a half glass cabinet. And we have our labeling and our dimensions. Now this completes our orthographic views. Next, we're going to be looking at oblique views.